This is breaking news from News 8.
We are following breaking news from overnight. Rochester police investigating a double shooting that happened on Genesee Street near Frost Avenue.
Carmela Boykin live with the latest this morning on this double shooting. Carmela, good morning.
Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Leah. Rochester police responded to the area just after midnight for the report of 2 people shot. Officers say that a man in his 30s was shot in the upper body. His injuries are believed to be life-threatening. A woman in her teens was also shot. She was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. No word yet on any suspects in custody, but one witness at the scene did tell us that multiple people were in the area of Genesee and Frost Streets at the time of the shooting. And of course, News 8 will keep you updated with the latest. Reporting in Rochester, Carmela Boykin, News 8. Mark and Leah.
All right, Carmela, thank you. For more on this breaking story as it develops, we'll have it online at rochesterfirst.com.
In other news this morning, House lawmakers passing a voting rights bill yesterday and clearing the way for Congress to take action on both the infrastructure bill and budget plan.
We're joined by Washington correspondent Anna Wernicke live in D.C. this morning. Anna, good morning. What is House Speaker Nancy Pelosi saying about the progress of these bills?
Good morning. Well, there was a lot of movement yesterday after things weren't looking so good 24 hours ago. Democrats were able to push through key parts of President Biden's domestic agenda, approving a $3.5 trillion budget resolution, as well as setting a September 27th deadline for an infrastructure vote and passing a sweeping voting rights bill. Democrats, including House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, praised the progress in the House yesterday. But we also heard from Republicans like Leader Kevin McCarthy, who say right now Congress should solely be focusing on Afghanistan.
Yeah, of course, that's a huge topic right now. Afghanistan members were briefed on the situation yesterday. What was the overall reaction?
Well, lawmakers walked into that briefing yesterday with a lot of questions, mainly what went wrong in Afghanistan. And when we did speak to a few of those lawmakers after the briefing, who say that they were still confused about this August 31st deadline and concerned about it. That's the deadline that President Biden has set to evacuate all Americans out of the country. We're told that lawmakers urged the administration officials to extend those evacuation efforts past the end of this month. And as for the lawmakers who say that their questions were still unanswered, they will have a chance to ask those questions at some point this week. There is another briefing, a classified briefing, scheduled for today in the House Foreign Affairs Committee.
All right, we'll be watching that, Anna. Thank you so much. CBS News reporting lawmakers from both parties want the White House to scrap its deadline and only leave after the last American is out of Afghanistan.
And we'll continue to follow that, of course. In other news this morning in California, the French fire has now burned almost 20,000 acres of land near the Sequoia National Forest. State officials say there are flames now about 19% contained. Residents in that area have been forced to evacuate, and that footage, it's incredible. We've been showing footage like this now for the better part of the last 2 months, James.
Right, yeah, it really is. All right, the big story here today, weather-wise, the heat, 90 degrees.
That's where we're getting likely. Yeah, luckily we don't have any issues with that because we've had so much rain over the past really a couple of months. It was a pretty wet July, and we can definitely see wildfires here locally, but you need dry, and that's definitely not been the case really for much of the Northeast. While they deal with the heat, or they deal with the fires, we deal with the rain and today the heat. Starting off in the upper 60s, finishing in the upper 80s to near 90 at your golf forecast. I'm sure plenty of people still trying to get out there. There it is by 5 o'clock, right around 90. You add that humidity and it feels like 94, 95 at times. I'm sure your car dash temperature will probably get into the lower 90s. Where we end up by the weekend, yes, the last look at the 8-day coming up at the end of the show. Mark?
All right, James, thank you. Time now for our sunrise traffic. Another live look at the roads and a beautiful view over the thruway at this hour. Light volume there, 390, 490, and 590, all up to speed at last check as well.
Kirk Ashton, the Hilton Elementary School principal accused of sexually abusing over 30 students, is due back in court today. Ashton is charged with multiple counts of sexual abuse against minors from 2nd to 5th grade. Multiple families in the district have filed separate lawsuits against Ashton and Hilton Central Schools. He is scheduled to appear before a county court judge, Karen Bailey Turner.
Kathy Hochul addressing the public Tuesday for the first time as governor of New York. She is the first woman to hold that position in state history. She says her top priority is combating the spread of COVID, especially with the start of the school year nearing. Hochul adding she will release a series of school-related policies later this week. She also says to expect new vaccine requirements now that the FDA has granted full approval for the Pfizer COVID vaccine.
Prepare for booster shots and make sure they are available and distributed quickly and reliably. When I consulted with Dr. Fauci last week, we discussed the urgent need to ensure vaccinated individuals receive a booster dose at 8 months.
Well, Hochul also says she will immediately be directing the Department of Health to institute universal masking for anyone entering a school and plans to initiate vaccination requirements for all teachers and staff across the state as well.
Rochester police are looking for a suspect in connection to a bank robbery. Officers responding to Chase Bank on Lake Avenue in Rochester yesterday afternoon around 2 o'clock. Police say no one was injured and the suspect fled the area. If you have any information, you're asked to call 911.
A Rochester woman charged and arrested in a fatal hit and run. 20-year-old Nyasia Walker died earlier this month. Now police say 30-year-old Michelle Correa hit Walker on Clifford Avenue and fled. Correa has been charged with manslaughter in the 2nd degree. She was arraigned in city court yesterday and is being held in the Monroe County Jail.
Federal officials announcing a Rochester man has been sentenced for his role in the violent protests in downtown Rochester last May. 27-year-old Shaquille Sanks was sentenced to 5 years for rioting. He pleaded guilty. According to prosecutors, he assisted others in attempting to light fabric on fire that was stuffed into the gas tank of a city vehicle. According to officials, the car caught fire and was a total loss.
Now to the latest on COVID-19. In a News 8 town hall last night, local leaders showing confidence in schools reopening as many districts get set for the first day of school just 2 weeks from today. Rush Henrietta Superintendent Bo Wright says universal masking will be a part of Monroe County's reopening plan. He added a mandate would not come locally, but potentially from the state.
That if that mandate was going to come, then it was appropriate that it comes from the state. So if that comes to pass, then we'll figure out a way to work with our local Department of Health and those at the state level to implement it.
And that mandate potentially relating to vaccinations. Many schools in the area will welcome back students on September 8th.
4 Buffalo Bills players have been sent home from team activities due to COVID concerns. Cole Beasley, Gabe Davis, Star Latulele, and Vernon Butler all have to sit out 5 days after coming into close contact with a COVID-positive Bills training staff member. It is unclear whether they'll be able to play in the preseason finale coming up Saturday against the Green Bay Packers, but we, of course, will keep you posted on that.
That's right. All right, now for what some folks might be talking about at the water cooler this morning. Hey, sad news from the world of rock and roll. Remembering Charlie Watts, the iconic drummer for the Rolling Stones. He passed away yesterday at the age of 80 due to an undisclosed health issue, according to his family. The Rolling Stones No Filter Tour begins in St. Louis coming up on September 26th. The band is scheduled to visit several U.S. cities, including Dallas, Atlanta, Los Angeles, and Las Vegas. Charlie Watts, kind of understated, almost at times looked like he wasn't a rock and roller, but he sure was one of the great drummers of all time. And he will be missed not just by Stones fans, but music fans everywhere.
By so many, being remembered by so many.
Yeah, it looks like we'll be listening to the Stones maybe throughout today. Putting it on the radio as you're heading into work. Temperatures for most right now in the 60s, but that will change very quickly. I bet by 7:30, most spots into the lower to mid 70s, and we just cruise right along. UV index up there as well, up to about 7. That's the highest you can get really for late August. We're seeing a little bit of filtered sun out there, but you can still burn pretty easily. News 8 8-day forecast. So there it is, 90 degrees likely today, the hottest of the next 8 days. Tomorrow, best chance going to be for showers and thunderstorms across the Finger Lakes. And then you see temperatures knocked down pretty significantly Friday into the upper 70s, but they warm right back up into the mid-80s as we get into the weekend. Still rain chances Saturday and Sunday. I'm hoping that tomorrow I should have a better idea of exactly when and where those will pop up, but rooting for, I'm sure, a drier weekend than what I'm showing you right here, Mark and Leah.
Yeah, we certainly need the lake level to go down at Keuka, so.
Yeah, and I think it should as we get to the next few days with the lack of major downpours.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you for watching News 8 at Sunrise.
Our next update's coming up in 30 minutes. CBS This Morning is up next. Governor Kathy Hochul will be a guest this morning. Have a great day.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.